Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to the channel. I am Sha'Nese Walker, your life coach and your motivational speaker. I thank you so much for clicking the button and finding some importance in what I have to say. Look y'all, this is going to be a quick message. I'm actually on the road right now, so if you see me looking away, then I am focusing on the road. My apologies for that, but I had to get this message out. I have not seen you guys in a few days, and I miss y'all. But in my quiet time with God, as we were communing, God had dropped this in my spirit, and it really resonated with me and the things that are going on in my life right now. And I knew that this message would help somebody else on today. I'm gonna get right into the message. God said, in the end, you win. Baby, in the end, you win. Regardless of what your situation looks like right now, regardless of what it is that you're going through, regardless of how tough it is, regardless of how the enemy is fighting you right now, regardless of what your haters got to say, regardless of how you may be behind on a bill, behind on chores at home, just whatever the situation is. You know, your kids might be sick. You might be sick in your body. Regardless, God said, in the end, you win. Let me tell you something, y'all. I had to come to terms with understanding that my story is already wrote. God has already ordained every single part of my story. God knew me. God knew you before he formed you in your mother's womb. He knew you. And those are some hard truths that I have to come to terms with on a daily basis, because a lot of times what we do is we get distracted. We get distracted with our problems. We get distracted with things that go on around us. We get distracted with the negativity sometimes. And we have to bring ourselves back up under submission and understand that in the end, we win. Whenever you are walking with God and you are really truly a vessel of the Most High, God said, regardless, it don't matter how it looks. It does not matter, because in the end, you win. God said that pressure that you are feeling right now, it is necessary. That pressure, you need that pressure to get you to your next level. Y'all, I'm so sorry about the camera. But God said that pressure that you are feeling, you need that. And understand that when people come against you, they know not. They really, truly know not what they do. And we hear it all the time. But God said these people really don't know. Pray for your enemies, because they don't understand that every time they come against you, God moves even quicker in your life. God can't stand the fact that he has warned your enemies time and time again to keep your name out of their mouth. Keep their hands off of your life. God said, and for that, you have to understand on today that your enemies are being dealt with. And baby, in the end, you win. Regardless of the lies they told on you, regardless of how hard they trying to make your life right now, God said, in the end, you win. You know, a lot of times I sit back and I realize that, you know, I could have gave up a long time ago. And I'm sure there's been some things to happen in your life. Baby, you could have gave up a long time ago. God said, keep pushing, keep thriving, keep doing what he has called you to do. That last thing that he asked you to do, God said, pick it up. Oh, and that is for somebody on today. The last thing that God told you to do, God said, pick it up and watch his hand over your life. Oh, and I know it gets frustrating. I know times get trying. I know sometimes you want to fall back into your old ways. I know sometimes you want to chin check some people. I know. But God said stay focused. Stay on your post. Understand that in the end, you win. Your story has already been written. Your story has already been written. Oh, and on my hard days, I have to realize, Sha'Nese, this is just a test. When people come against you, realize that this is just a test. And understand that hurt people hurt people. So that's why I say, and I stress that, and I can't stress it enough, pray for your enemies, because they truly know not what they do. God said, don't try to clap back. Don't try to hit back. Don't try to get in and get back. God said he can hit way harder than you. Oh, and this is a side note, and this is for somebody. Your enemies are suffering right now. Your enemies need all the prayers that they can get right now. God said when they came up against his chosen vessel, when they tried to touch his anointed, God said now they down and they out. And it's not for you to rejoice and be happy about it. That's why I said pray. Because your enemies are really down and out. God said he will break them down until they have nothing. Until they can realize that you are really a chosen vessel. And when they came against you, they came against God. They came against your heavenly host. And God said, touch not my anointing and do my prophet no harm. Pray. Ooh, and that was for somebody. Pray. Pray for your enemy. Pray for your enemies. Because they really, truly know not. And that's the sad part about it. God will break you down to nothing. God will take it all until you down flat on your face and you have no way to turn but to him. And some of your enemies still don't realize that. Some of your enemies are still hot-headed and going against you. And God said until they realize that as they come against you, they are coming against him, then there will be no change. There will be no change. But baby, ooh, that was for somebody. That was for somebody. Catch that. Catch that. Pray. Pray for your enemies. But God said in the end you win. Regardless of what it may look like. Regardless of what they saying about you. Regardless of what your circumstance is. God said in the end you win. The pressure that you feel right now, God said you need it. Without that pressure, you won't move. Without that, without you being uncomfortable, things won't change. God said he is with you. He is with you regardless of what it looks like, regardless of what it sounds like, regardless of what they saying, regardless of what that report said. God said, I am with you. I am with you. And in the end, chosen ones, y'all win. Regardless, your story has already been written. Take that with you on today. Take that with you on today. And understand that regardless of what's going on, regardless of what the naysayers say, what the backbiters do, in the end, you win. I love y'all. And thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button so that you won't miss another video like this one. And for my new subscribers, thank y'all so much for subscribing to my channel. I hope and pray that you guys have a good day, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.